Welcome anyone to the Gaming Chamber Podcast, episode 57. I'm your host Everett, aka 2 Weeks to Kill You, aka the Beast with the Least. And we are back to full strength this week. The triumphant tripod of... I can't think of another try word. Someone help me out here? Nothing? Alright. We are back.
Tri-tip?
Tri-tip. There we go. There we go. The triumphant tripod of tri-tips has returned to full strength. Usual crew, Devin.
What's up? NBA champs, Thunder Night, let's go.
I knew he was going to say it. I'll cut that part out. Anyway, like, you son of a bitch.
You petty, jealous bitch.
Look, dude, I'm happy for you, and congrats to OKC and all that stuff, but, like, Pacers kind of deserved it more, man. I feel bad for them so bad. Halliburton looked like he was going to have one of those games where he was just like, I'm going to fucking take over and win this. And then he tore his Achilles. And you could...
But did he?
Yes, he did tear his Achilles.
But did he have one of those games? No, because the Thunder won. And
no, he didn't.
Injuries are a part of the game.
Yeah, no, I know. Injuries are part of the game. Injuries are part of the game. So, you play the team that's in front of you, and the teams that have what they have do what they got to do. But, yeah. It's just, I just feel super bad for Halliburton because he was having such, like, a great, like...
Well, yeah, I feel bad because he's going to be out for all of next year, too.
That, too.
Like,
yeah.
Like, he ain't playing next year. Like, that's just not happening. Like,
and I did see your tweet that you're not like other people that are like, oh, man, oh, well, he got hurt. You're like, quit showing his shit. Like, ESPN's like, damn, what a brutal...
Yeah, the announcers are like, oh, it's just brutal. It's just a brutal injury. Yeah, then stop fucking showing everyone this brutal injury. We saw the Achilles snap. Can you guys chill out with that? Like, no one wants to see this. I mean, like, obviously you still have, like, kids playing or, like, kids watching and stuff like that, but you don't need to keep showing these brutal injuries. Show it once and be like, yep. And then his dad already confirmed it's an Achilles. Like, you don't need to keep showing it. Like, I don't know. It's just, like, I thought that was fucked. Just to kind of, like...
Yeah. No.
Look, everybody.
I was like, yeah. I'm like, dude, like, every time they kept showing, I'm like, they're doing it again? They're doing it again? Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. The other member of this tripod, JJ.
Hello.
He's like, I don't watch sports. He's like, is Quidditch real? It's Quidditch, right? The Harry Potter?
I don't know. You know more than me.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I do like Harry Potter, actually, but I don't remember if it's called Quidditch. I think it's called Quidditch.
Ooh.
What, you guys don't like Harry Potter?
We know. Dude, Harry Potter, you can't like Harry Potter, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's...
You know what? You guys say that, but I don't know. Obviously, you guys are not, like, on Twitter like I am. I'm always on it.
We know.
Well, I don't know what Twitter is, but I'm on X quite a bit.
You know what I mean. Anyways, dude, so there was this, like, tweet of, like, look, I don't like Taylor Swift, all right? I think she's
saw this. I saw it. I already
saw it?
This, where she said...
She's like...
where she was, like, meeting... she's meeting, like, a
terminally ill kid.
Wish, right? And
yeah.
Then, like,
fuck,
yeah.
dude. And she's like...
then she mentioned she liked Harry Potter, and it's like...
Yeah, dude. She's like complimenting, like, wow, this is cool, all the Harry Potter stuff. And of course, there's people who are just like, there were people who were like, oh, this is a bad look for Taylor Swift. Does she not realize that this about J.K. Rowling? I'm like, guys, she's fucking granting a terminally ill kid's wish. This kid wanted to meet, I don't know why, but this kid wanted to meet Taylor Swift. They happen to be a Harry Potter fan. You think Taylor Swift is going to be like, oh my God, I know you're dying, but don't be a bigot. You know, like, come on. Come on, people. Let's be real here. Like, come on. Oh, God. Yeah, that was...
So, don't be a bigot, though.
Oh, my God.
Don't mess with the queen.
I mean, it's the whole thing, like, it's like, I don't know, I guess it's more, like, separate the art from the artist. Like, I don't know, like, you have all these people that's, like, people still listen to Michael, like, I don't know how like people still listen to Michael Jackson. It's like he's like, I separate the art from the artist. It's just like, okay, it's kind of like this thing. Like Harry Potter was created. If you don't agree with like the author, creator, their stance on whatever it is, in this case Harry Potter, it's like trans rights. It's like you still enjoyed the movie and stuff. It's like, well, it's kind of already it is what it is, and they're remaking it. So, like, I don't know, like, it's not is what it is, but like, but you got you and like, I don't know. It's tough to like something, and then obviously with Michael Jackson, it's a perfect example. People still listen to his music, still play on the radio, and it's like he did terrible things, but yet people still listen to his music. People still like him. They go.
Well,
there was Vegas shows.
Freaking
Chris Brown. Dude, Chris Brown beat the shit out of Rihanna. Like, there's
and
still
people paid like $1,200 for a meet and greet for him.
Like, I know that you guys don't know that. Maybe actually, JJ. There's this band called As I Lay Dying. They're one of those like metalcore bands, or whatever. The singer like hired someone. Well, I think it turned out to like not actually be an actual assassin, or whatever. But he like was gonna hire someone to kill his wife, and then he went to jail for it. Like, they're still like, he came back out of jail. They started making more music. Like, they're still obviously they're making enough money because they've released like 2 or 3 albums since he's got out of prison. Like, yeah, you can look at a lot of different,
Dude, but Kanye made Graduation though, dude.
Oh God. And then
he
talked about giving his cousin head.
I would
get my cousin head.
Yeah. I love the reels. It was like Kanye under no pressure at all. Like, no one's even asking about it. He randomly just throws that out there. But this is another perfect example. It's like, is J.K. Rowling what she's doing like not great? Yes, but there are way worse things that happen, like Kanye. And
hold on. Do you actually know what her stance is? Like, why people are pissed off? Like, what people are pissed off about? She basically, with the whole trans stuff, she basically just said, because they want to give all these terms like, oh, birthing person and this and that. I forgot what the actual thing she was responding to. There used to be a term for it. I think it was called women. So she's trying to be like, what happened to just women being women? Like, we cannot, like, they're taking away from women. She supports like natural born women, and she still said she supports trans people, but you have to learn to separate that. Yeah, trans people are not natural born women. Like, you got to stop acting like, oh, but they have the same like issues that natural born women have and all this stuff. I think it was a post about like periods or some shit. Like, it wasn't anything that bad. Now, has she kind of started trolling people a lot? Yeah, she started trolling. So yeah, exactly. You could call her on that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, exactly. I think like her continued like trolling and stuff, not great. But then you have like people like where I would argue, and I would think I would be right, what Kanye, what Michael Jackson have done, and like people aren't separating the art from art there. It's like, that's way worse. Like, it's way worse. Kanye's out here trying to sell fucking Nazi stuff.
He literally had swastikas, right?
KKK thing. Yeah, and he's coming out in like hoods, and Michael Jackson molested kids, rode them for the rest of their lives.
Allegedly, yeah.
Oh yeah, allegedly. Sorry, allegedly.
Like that again.
Well, he can't. I mean, yeah, dude. Fuck Michael Jackson. And hot take. I think Michael Jackson's music is highly overrated.
Holy shit! Really?
Dude, you're being a fucking...
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
No, I don't like Michael Jackson.
You know what? That makes sense. You don't have great
people
musical
are like,
taste.
he made Thriller.
The Killers.
He made Thriller.
Dude, Billie Jean is so good.
Billie Jean. Smooth Criminal, bro. Smooth Criminal.
Yeah, you've been...
No, trash.
Dude, come on, bro. I don't know about that one,
man.
No,
I don't like his music at all.
That's fine. You don't have to like his music, but don't call it overrated. The Killers is overrated.
Just funny, I started listening to Killers. I think I listened to Killers the other day. I was like, you know what? I haven't listened to it in a while.
And then he was like, you know what? Michael Jackson's better.
and then you're like, God damn, you're like, I feel like opening up a 401k today. You just start turning super white. You're like,
You know-
I want to eat bland food today.
It might be spicy over there.
I'll add a little bit of salt and pepper for a little bit of spice.
Yeah, but like back on that whole topic, yeah, I rarely see where like there's someone who's like a terrible person, and then it comes like that's it, they're like over, like completely. It doesn't happen as much as you think, with that whole like cancel culture.
Yeah, all we would do is wait.
Yeah, I mean, like I think the only person I could think of.
Being canceled is like not fucking real. Like I mean, you just get blackballed for a little bit. Like Kevin Spacey's back acting, like. There's no such thing as being canceled. Like I don't know, like Republicans and they love.
Well,
like,
the guy
you're trying to cancel.
The guy who made
like,
Jeepers Creepers is pretty much done. He made like another movie, but he's not really.
Yeah,
done
Jeepers.
anything,
Yeah, I thought he came out with Jeepers Creepers 4, right, or 3? And it was only in the theater for like a week. Cause they like made the movie, they like might as well just put it out.
Yeah, because I forgot what he did. Did he like? Was it
I thought he
pedophilia?
had child porn. I thought he had
Yeah,
child.
oh yeah, child porn. There we go.
He had
okay,
CP,
so,
whatever.
yeah, that's like, yeah, but like fucking, that's one thing. Like I think most people outside of child predators agree is like fucked up. Like you go to prison and they find out you're a child predator, they're gonna be like,
They
"We're gonna
fucking
kill you."
They go after your ass.
Again.
Literally.
Well, yeah, literally they're at. Yeah.
Well, yeah, yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, so I mean, like, yeah, so someone getting fucked up for that, like, that's fine. I mean, like, or losing their career for having child porn, like that, like, but like again, we can't think of anybody like that's been like quote unquote canceled and like actually not come back slightly. I mean, because like people like J.K. Rowling, I feel like people are trying to cancel her, or like, and she's probably said I was trying to get canceled. It's like, oh yeah, they're making fucking 7 seasons of your. They're transforming your book into 7 seasons of a TV show.
Yeah.
To redo it. Like, you know how much money she's gonna make off that shit?
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
Well, the thing is too. The funniest part about that is that like it's gonna be just like that. What was it called? What was that the video game called? Hogwarts Legacy, right? It's gonna have the same effect.
Yeah.
Or like not the same. The same thing's gonna happen with the TV show that happened with Hogwarts Legacy. You're gonna get a bunch of people online who are like, if you watch this, you support transphobia, stuff like that, and it's just gonna be so much like talk about like, oh, people shouldn't support this, shouldn't watch the show, that people are gonna go watch the show. Like, add it on to the people who would have just wanted to watch the show because they're a Harry Potter fan. Like,
if it's good, people are just. I don't even think that. I think even people who would like boycott it, but if it gets reviews, like even the people that said like, "Oh, I'm not gonna watch this."
Oh, it's gonna get terrible. It's gonna get. It's not gonna get terrible reviews. It's gonna be bad. I have no faith in the people making the show that they're gonna do justice. Now, granted, the Harry Potter books are actually not that great. Apparently, I've never read them, but according to people who have read them, the books are not good, but there's like a great foundation in those books. So, like, that's why the movies are good, because you could just, you take what's in there and just fine tune it. But like, that doesn't mean.
Well, the thing is, they're easy reads. That's one of the reasons why. Like, I mean, because like, I was able to read those books in elementary school, so like, and I didn't have issues like.
Yeah, this book's
like,
for
I can
little
remember
children.
not having
this is for children.
Oh, see, well, then
I know
that makes
exactly, exactly. So you could easily, read them. It wasn't like, I don't know, like a hard read, like where you're like, I need to go in the dictionary.
I don't know. I still don't think
I never read it
so
much just because it was just a big fucking book. I think that's what made me like, oh fuck that, dude. I'm not being.
I still don't think they're gonna do a good job, because they one of the first things they said is we're gonna do the books justice and actually like follow them and everything. And then one of the first things they happen to do with casting is cast a black guy as fucking Snape, who in the books is described as like this paley, like greasy looking motherfucker. So like they don't.
Yeah, they gotta put the check mark for diversity, bro.
Well, no, it's not even that. They whatever, they got a black guy, but they got like an attractive looking black guy. It's like he was supposed to like be an ugly guy too in the books, like this paley, ugly, like greasy looking motherfucker. They're like, let's not do that. Let's not get a greasy looking guy. Let's not get a pale guy. Let's not get an ugly guy. Let's do the complete opposite of that.
He was in love with. Because he was because it's like kind of like the thing. It's like he's the ugly guy. That's why he didn't get with Harry's mom.
Yeah. I think that's just the funniest that they.
We're getting.
Yeah, we're getting way off topic. If you haven't been paying attention and now you're starting to pay attention, this is the Gaming Chamber podcast. But hey, you know.
I mean,
sometimes
Hogwarts Legacy. I mean, it's all
connected.
Yeah, I just bought it for the Switch too. Actually, so yeah, we can bring this up. Let's keep talking about Harry Potter.
No. All right. Let's
kidding.
go ahead and move. I know, right? But yeah. No, well, yeah. Let's go ahead and start talking about what we're supposed to be doing. Well, actually, no. So, what have you guys been playing this past week? We'll start with you, JJ.
What I've been playing, I started playing some Marvel Rivals again because I was doing their weird, like auto chess game mode because it actually ends tonight. So I had to play like 4 hours of that shit because I waited till the last minute to play it. But it was not bad. And then I played RuneScape and some Elden Ring with you.
And Elden Ring.
Yeah, with you, Devin. And a little bit of Zach coming out of the woodworks with me.
Oh, yeah. What about you, Devin? Your past week in gaming?
Well, about that Terminator Resistance game, so I played that a little bit today. And then I played Liza P and played a little bit more Liza P, and then Elden Ring, Night Rain. Trying to get through, obviously, that you knuckleheads.
This guy. Yeah. Literally, I think I played. No, I haven't played anything else. It has literally just been nothing but Elden Ring, Night Rain for me, just all the way through. I'm 30 out of 37 achievements in Elden Ring, Night Rain. Like, I'm basically at this point. I think it's just like beat the game. So I have like 2 more bosses, which once I beat those 2 would get me like a total of 4 achievements altogether. Then I have to get like the vessels, the little cups or whatever for the relics. And then the hardest one's probably going to be defeating the Night Lord. Well, I guess apparently it's not the final boss, it's just any Night Lord. But I got to beat it with all characters. But after that, I got all the achievements. So, yeah, dude. I've talked about this with you guys already the past 2 days. I understand, like, you know, yeah, you mentioned our buddy Zach, JJ. Like, he's talking about Clair Obscur. Expedition 33 is his game of the year, or is just going to win game of the year. And you said it yesterday, too. But, like, I understand that. I understand that game is, yeah, probably winning game of the year. And I just haven't played it. Just for me, man. For me, personally, Elden Ring Night Rain is my game of the year so far. It's just from a pure gameplay standpoint. I love the game. I bought I spent the $55 so I could get the premium edition or whatever it was called. That's one of those things where like, yeah, I'm glad I spent the money. This is what I wanted. And I like I want to do it. I want to start playing through it because they added that the gaping jaw, what's his name? Adel, whatever. That boss fight, but like a harder version, the Everdark bosses. But I just kind of want to beat the other bosses first, so I could also buy like the Dark Souls skins for the characters that I'm playing as. But yeah, I can't get enough Elden Ring Night Rain. Like it has literally made me like, probably once I'm done with the bosses, I might do another Elden Ring, like the base game, another playthrough of that. I kind of even want to do like a Dark Souls trilogy run through again. Yeah,
You want to watch everyone be trashed?
Well, I mean, I
make it more fun, like I do. Choose a different weapon and different build, and I'll do the same shit again.
Yeah, because normally I go with like in Dark Souls 3, there's a weapon I always get. That frost weapon that you have to like, just before you go into that woods area, there's like a boss. When you beat him, you get like that frost weapon. I don't remember what it's called. That's the weapon I like to use. I think I might want to try and do like a great sword run through Dark Souls games. I don't ever use those weapons, and I was using it with Wilder and Elden Ring. I think I might want to try and do that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah. I don't know. I very much been enjoying Elden Ring, Night Ring. Too damn good. I love From Software.
You want to know a really good Soul game you should play?
Oh my god. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna. Before you say it, yeah, I have thought about it. I'm like, you know what? I should just download it and try and beat through Sekiro.
Dude, honestly, dude, once you get it, you just fucking get it, bro. It's just
But the thing is,
feels so
I
good, bro.
don't like to parry.
Neither
I'm
did
not
I,
a parry
and
guy.
it's fucking
I'm
good.
I'm an unga bunga guy. I just go in and attack.
Didn't you use Knight and Sword and Flame with all the mage spell or whatever from all of Elden Ring?
Yeah,
Until you
because all I had to do was just like it was that thing.
Ew.
What?
No, me and Devin were the Unga Bunga people.
Yeah, you guys were the. But it was that what? It's the meme. What? Light sword go brrr. I loved it.
Once you do, bro, it's
It
just,
made me feel
it's
like
good.
a Super Saiyan doing a Kamehameha. Devin does not know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he does. He did it too. I thought, right? You never did the sword?
No, what a Kamehameha is.
I thought you like the sword ability.
Devin's like, I know what a Kamehameha is. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know.
Man. This is like once you get Sekiro, it's just amazing as shit, and you're like, it's
You know what?
You see like that
Hold on.
freaking from like It's Always Sunny when Danny DeVito's like, I get it.
I know.
You're like, that's literally
Okay,
it, bro.
no. I'm on my Xbox. I was playing Night Rain just before, obviously, we started this. Hold on. Let me go to the S's. I'm going to in my library. I'm in the S's because I actually started downloading that Terminator game. Where am I? R's.
It's a lot better than fucking, was it Oolong right there? It's way fucking better than that shit.
Okay. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is downloaded. I'm going to try and beat through that game. I'm gonna do it. Not gonna try. I'm gonna do it. Ooh, Shadow Complex. I haven't played that game in a while. I should play the remaster. I don't think I have any achievements in that. All right. So, let's go ahead and get to the gaming news then. Actually, a pretty big week with one really big announcement and then a few rumors. Also, a couple disappointing things. But we'll get to that. So, let's go ahead and start.
That's what you're talking about in your pants?
Yes, my pants. All right.
Huh?
So,
I thought you were talking about the thing in your pants.
yeah. Wait, what?
Wait, we seen 20 weeks later, 20 years ago?
Women call it the big disappointment.
I don't think I know what you're talking about, but I think I might be a little confused on that. Okay. What are you talking about? 28 years later?
Oh, they talking about penis. So I was like, oh, you have watched the movie already?
Yeah, I was talking about the big disappointment. Like, you know, Kevin Garnett was like the big ticket. You're the
my
big
God.
disappointment.
Oh my God.
What?
All right. Anyway, so let's start this first one. So, Borderlands 4 officially, it is gonna be $70. Randy Pitchford, the fucking, before I get to his tweet, like announcing it, like you guys have to agree with me, right? The shit that he was doing with like saying like if you're a real fan, you'll pay.
I don't know
the
why
money.
he's allowed to speak into a microphone again.
Yeah, right.
Like, why is he still like involved like with Borderlands at this point? Like, dude, like
He does a lot of stuff.
like I don't know, like you need to shut the fuck up. Like, not like you're not like on the level of like fucking Kanye, but like, dude, someone needs to like log you out of your Twitter account and log you out, like get you off the microphone because you keep saying some stupid shit.
But okay, but like I'm saying, you guys are in agreement with me on this. Like because of his stupidity, that caused that probably made 2K be like, fuck, he's causing all this shit. Let's we'll just make it $70 because for sure, right? They had to have like we're gonna make it $80, and then that whole thing blew up.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, he put out a tweet.
Well, you could have said better. Like, Yeah, you could like initially they were like, "What's gonna be $80?" You could have just lied and just said, "Oh, we haven't discussed pricing." You know, like we
Yeah.
haven't discussed what pricing is gonna look like for this title.
Yeah, I thought he said like I
Or
don't
we
make the
haven't finalized
prices.
it. Like
You
those
know, like
talks,
I don't make the
right? You
prices.
could be like, I'm not involved with those talks. Like I can't let you know because like I'm not involved with those. Just fucking lie. Then people wouldn't be mad at you. Like I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, so he did put out a tweet talking, like announcing it. I really hate this tweet too because he's like, it's almost too like a triumphant thing, like we did it for you guys kind of stuff. So it's like, it says, yeah, the big news: no price increase for Borderlands 4. Standard edition launches not at $80 but at $69.99. Of course, he had to do that. Not at. He tried to make it sound a little bit, sexier. I hate that. As an aside, I hate that kind of stuff. When like they're like, oh, it retails at $59.99, $69.99, whatever $9.99. I'm like, just say $60, $70. Like, come on.
Know.
Like, yeah, but yeah, they're showing you.
Especially for you idiots in California, you guys got to pay more because you guys have sales tax.
Yeah, we have sales tax. Anyways, so he goes on in the tweet. They're showing you, so please show them. You can right there. It's like, hey, we made it this price, so go buy it. You can find links to pre-order Borderlands. Please, yeah, okay. So yeah. Apparently he had some other tweets afterward that, like, trying to be like, oh yeah, we're not doing other stuff. No like you get to play it 5 days early kind of stuff, but there's still gonna be DLC and all that stuff. I can't find the tweet. I'm not looking through. That guy tweets way too fucking much, apparently. So yeah. So it is officially going to be $70. And I don't know. I still think it's too much for Borderlands. Now, I replied to his tweet saying that was too much. A lot of people went at me on that tweet. But I still think $70 is too much for Borderlands. People try to be like, oh, but games are got more expensive to make and all stuff. Oh, and I'm like, oh, so now we're going to go with the games have gotten more expensive to make. I'm like, no.
They make it expensive, dude. Fuck.
Yeah, there's that.
There's
but the
indie
thing
games,
is,
people that are in a fucking cave with a box of scraps, dude, and they're fucking stuff kicked around, dude.
Balatro, baby.
Balatro, bro.
Right
Fucking
now,
what was the game that like shit on fucking Assassin's Creed when it came out? Was it another indie game?
Fuck. Yeah, I'm trying to remember it.
I was trying to like they shit on that game hard, dude. Like nobody fucking played it.
Yeah.
Then this gear came out. They laughed at them for that too.
Yeah, because that's first of all, like, they don't need to make it that expensive. Like, you can scale it down to how many people are making it. I understand it's a big game. Maybe take an extra year before actually getting to the release date, so you don't have to pay that much. But also too, like, people are trying to be like, it sold well, the games. But like, look at their last. When you look at their last 3 releases, they've not set the world on fire, and they have not been received as well as you think that they would have. Because Borderlands, I said it in my reply, they had 1 good game, 1 great game, and then 3 mediocre at best games. Everyone was like, okay, this is a pretty good game with the first Borderlands. Then they had Borderlands 2, and that game, that game sent them into the stratosphere for that type of game, the looter shooter or whatever. But like, pre-sequel, nobody was. I mean, maybe people are going to start trying to say good things about it now, but nobody seemed to like it. Borderlands 3, nobody seemed to like it. Nobody seemed to like Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
I thought you liked Tiny Tina's. No, this is DLC, I think.
The DLC, Tiny Tina's. Shit, I don't remember what it was called. Yeah, people like that, but the Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Yeah, the Tiny Tina's Wonderlands 2. Yeah. So, for me, I'm just like, if you're going to make this game $70, it better be good. You better make an actual good game. It needs to capture Borderlands 2, like that, the heights of that, because they haven't been doing a good job of capturing that height again. Like, it has not got that high. So, yeah, I don't know. Congrats to the people, you know, that didn't want it to be $80, that wanted it to be $70. Cool, you get an extra $10 to you get to save an extra $10 to, you know,
$10 to buy the battle pass or some shit. Huh?
to buy the battle pass, to buy a battle pass. Oh my god, if this game has a battle pass that costs $10, can you imagine that? Like, oh yeah, here's the season battle pass, whatever, blah blah blah, for this multiplayer game. Yes, but not that type of multiplayer game. And it's gonna cost $10.
Like what? If you're a true fan, you would have bought it.
Yeah, right. So yeah, I don't know. Devin, what are your thoughts on that whole situation? And now it officially being $70.
Like I'm fine with it being $70. Like I was never like even if Borderlands was $60. Like I mean, it's just not something I was planning on buying like day one anyways. Like I enjoy Borderlands. I think it'll be like I think it'll be good. I think it'll be fun to play when it's like $30-$40.
Yeah,
And like I can buy it digitally and then we can both play it together. So I mean, like again, like I would love to know if they did change the price or if they weren't going to, or if that was like their way of gauging fan reaction. Like if I don't know, if Randy Pitcher was like, yeah, $80 is like whatever, and then like would people have just been like, oh yeah, he's right, and then they would have like felt good about it? Like was that them gauging or did they
oh
change
yeah,
it? That's just like I don't know. So it's just like it is what it is. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, we'll see what post launch support. Like we joked about it, but I mean, so many people and so many companies change shit, and like I don't know, and shit after like Crash Team Racing, like, that game got reviewed and like it was great, and then they added microtransactions afterwards. So it's like you just never know like what's gonna happen, like post launch for the support of the title, and I'm gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, that's the thing. If they fuck it up, like I don't know. That's the other thing too. Like they keep getting chances and chances, and they're not. It's not up to par to what Borderlands 2 is. So, oh, that's the other thing too. The movie being so bad, and Randy Pitchford fucking having a fit online about it. Like I said, they've not had a great run for Borderlands stuff. Yeah, JJ, what about you? Just your overall thoughts?
Yeah, I'll give you that. It's like $70, $70, I guess, just because it's the norm. But they said they're trying to go back to the roots, so like to two, one or two, just because three was so ass. With the, we've fucking read the shit. All the jokes were just too fucking like immature as shit. They're just lame as fuck. So then I kind of agree with Devin though. Like, what if he did like try to sweet talk people to 80 and like if see the reaction, that would be kind of funny. Like, oh yeah, it's $80. Like, oh yeah, totally. Like, like it could be unless that weird meme or whatever the fuck. I'm just kidding, unless.
This guy.
But no, am I gonna buy it? Like I kind of like I said, I'll probably buy it. Yeah, like $30-$40 just because I'm gonna play. I'm not buying that shit day launch. Fuck that. I'm gonna be playing a motherfucking Silent Hill, baby, and Final Fantasy Tactics. I'd rather play a remake than Borderlands 4.
Yeah, this is one of those games where I think probably better to wait for it to be on sale for like $20-$30, and then
Yeah,
okay.
I'll wait the 2 months before it goes on
and then we
sale.
can see what it looks like post launch because maybe I won't even want to buy it if like I said, if they do that thing where they do like Crash Team Racing where they're just like, oh yeah, we just fucking like we add microtransactions and it's just like, okay, well now I'm definitely not gonna play your game until it gets like to be like $20 or something. So we'll see.
It's a cool
Kind of one of those things where it's like pre-ordering and buying stuff day one is like, I don't know, not worth. Unless it's like Elden Ring, fucking Miyazaki's not gonna do dick things and like
Yeah.
add microtransactions in.
Yep, we will see. All right. You guys ready for a Duke Nukem TV show?
With John Cena, yeah.
That actually sounds
You're welcome.
pretty legit. So, Adi Shankar, guy who did the
Yeah, I mean that's Peacemaker.
Yeah, like a piece.
You know, yeah. And so it's just Peacemaker. So Adi Shankar, the guy
Yeah.
who made the Castlevania show and Devil May Cry show for Netflix, he's acquired the rights to be able to make the screen rights from Gearbox Software because they now own the rights to Duke Nukem straight up. I forgot about that actually, that they own Duke Nukem. It completely like.
I remember, because I played the fucking game and it's
Well, I mean-
fucking sucks, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, you could literally pick up shit. So I mean,
Well,
It's
no,
an achievement,
shit.
bro. Hey,
I
it's
just
an
forgot
achievement.
because there's that game, and then what have they done with Duke Nukem since acquiring? They made that game, and he was in that Bulletstorm remaster where you could play as him, and he's just like saying stuff that has nothing to do with the video game, and people don't react to him saying anything, and he's just like, "What's going on here? What am I doing?" It was stupid, but yeah. So yeah, he's. Apparently people are not happy that he's the one who's gonna do Duke Nukem, because he's like come out and said like, oh, it has to be like the show has to be like a middle finger to like the norm kind of shit or whatever. But I don't know. That's the thing. Can you do a Duke Nukem like anything in this current like climate of like PC culture, like the way you have to tiptoe through everything? Because Duke Nukem, like, it's he's foul mouth. It's about like hot chicks and killing aliens and all this stuff. Like, I don't know if you could do that. Without.
Can. It just has to be done right. It just can't. You can do it. It has to be done right. I mean, like, things aren't like Peacemaker season 1 was not politically correct and like a ton of the jokes, but it was really well done. So it's just like if things are well done, it's fine. But if he just comes out and like that's the way, like, because the game was shit, and it's just like people are like, oh, this is like he's just it was just trying too hard. It's just like the split gay people like just trying to be fucking like I don't know Eddie. And it's just like okay, like you're trying way too hard right now. Like let's just make it good. If it's good, people are gonna watch it. Like that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
So you think this should be probably on Netflix too, right?
I don't think it's gonna be good.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't
Apparently,
think it's gonna be like.
So
let's be honest, I
apparently-
think it's gonna be good.
Oh, Devil May
apparently,
Cry.
like,
Devil May Cry I thought was good as shit, though. Right? The other shows are pretty good.
so apparently people loved the first season of Castlevania, did not like the rest, and then nobody seems to like Devil May Cry.
I thought you liked Devil May Cry.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of people just not enjoy anything
Are
that he's
you only
done.
reading the ones that people hate on it?
No, I can't find any like.
He's chronically online. He's
But
chronically
it's going online
You
for
wouldn't-
fucking on.
I can't
on,
find people really
X.
enjoying it. I can't find people really enjoying. Ever since Castlevania, like the first season, I can't really find like I just see way more hate for what he's done. Apparently, the thing that people do seem to focus on certain shit. It's like I guess because he's anti-religious, Adi Shankar, and like everyone saw like, oh, he's gonna be like critical of religion in the Devil May Cry show, which I'm like, that kind of makes sense, or whatever. Like he's gonna shit on Christianity, but he also like apparently, like, they were like, oh, he's trying to like shit on Christianity because of this one scene they like keep focusing on in the Castlevania show where it's not the religious implications of a cross that vampires hate or whatever. It's because of the corners of the actual cross. It's like the angles fuck with their brain or something. That's why they don't like it. Which I do think is kind of stupid. I'm like, why can't it just be like, oh, it's just a cross? Yeah, they don't like religion, It's okay. But I don't know. So people are like, this is what he's turned his stuff into. So I don't know. I haven't watched the Castlevania show and the Devil May Cry show. I was not gonna watch the Devil May Cry show when the fucking thing they started off with, like as a trailer, was showing the opening fucking credits, and it's a fucking Limp Bizkit song. I'm like, I'm not watching. This is even too like edgelord for me.
The Devil May Cry is not for you then.
Yeah, it's not, and that's fine.
Like the whole series is not for you then.
I actually like the games. I actually do like the games.
Then you should like the show. I don't understand.
Well, I mean,
you're not a true
fan.
If you're a true fan, you would watch it.
No, that's not how it works.
Yeah,
if you're a
true fan, you'll make it work.
If they actually do end up coming out with the Gears of War anime and it looks like crap, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna pretend it doesn't exist.
If you watch fucking Halo.
I actually enjoyed the Halo because I don't look. Here's the thing, I have no real love for Halo.
Shame.
I enjoy the Halo games for what they are, but I was never like a huge Halo fan. So for me, adding any kind of story to that original Halo shit was a plus, because I actually very much hate the original Halo trilogy. I hate the story. Because what story is it? Oh, he's fighting aliens. Yes, there's the Arbiter stuff and all that.
I can't say Michael Jackson's music sucks, but you can say the Halo trilogy sucks.
I'm not saying...
Actually, fucking blasphemy, bro.
Okay, I'm not saying that the Halo trilogy should be looked at objectively like that. I'm saying for me, I did not like... That's what I said. For me, I did not like the Halo trilogy. It has great game... Well, no, it has okay gameplay. It's too slow for my liking. All right, it's always been too slow for my liking.
When are we gonna stop being friends with this guy?
I don't know. We were friends with the guy in the first place.
See, look,
my God,
I enjoyed Halo 4 because I thought the story was... Now, the multiplayer was crap because they tried to be like Call of Duty. That was stupid. You can't do that. You can't do that in Halo. But I thought the Halo 4 story was phenomenal because it tried to be more personal and it focused on him and Cortana. I thought Halo 5 was good because it had really good gameplay, because it was a little quicker. The movements felt a little bit more smooth. It didn't have levels like the library. You know? To me, Halo Infinite is the best Halo, because it's still a really good story, and it plays really well. And I'm one of those
people where... Was it the fucking lock, right? Fucking none of that short was even real on the advertisements.
That right there is a whole...
The original concept was cool.
No. Okay, so that right there... Regardless of if I liked Halo 5 or not, that right there was a very stupid thing for them to do. To like, that was their marketing. To be like, oh, it's going to be Locke versus Master Chief. And like, they're making it seem like, yeah, Master Chief is has he turned bad? And this is that. And then like, none of that was in the game. What the game is, I enjoyed for the most part. I didn't, I'm not like... I will say the story kind of sucked. And I think it's because, like, I think it was because they hyped it up to a certain thing, and it was not that. Like, you can't, like, this is what it looks like, and then it's not that at all. I more enjoyed the gameplay.
And you like it, you can fucking sprint, dude.
Well, see, here, look. I like sprint in first-person shooters. If I need to dip out quick because I'm getting shot, I like that. That's why I don't like Halo 1, 2, and 3. And I played a lot of Halo 3, all right? Not enough Halo 2 because, like, the Xbox original I didn't play a lot of, like, online for. But when I got the 360, I bought a 360 for Gears of War because I was like, I want to play this game, and I'm going to play it online. And because I had a 360, I'm like, well, I'm going to play the games that come with it, that I can get. So Halo 3 came out. I was there for midnight release. Halo 3. I was there.
I wasn't, unfortunately.
Yeah. I was. I went a
couple days early.
Yeah, I went to. You say you got a couple days early?
Yeah, suck my dick, bro.
You know what's the funny thing? For Gears of War 2, I got it a couple days early.
I actually played it on Halloween on that game.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I actually have achievements on October 31st.
For Gears of War 2,
not to play online.
For Gears of War 2,
don't play this online.
But for Gears of War 2, like I was like, oh, I'm gonna go hang out with my buddy for the weekend, like spend the weekend at his place, because we're gonna like do the, like, oh, he has an Xbox on his TV. We had a smaller TV. I was gonna have the Xbox on that one, And then we went to like, it was like 2 days before the game was coming out, and then we went to a 7-Eleven and it was just there, Gears of War 2.
Yeah, 7-Eleven was like notorious for always like selling stuff when like they didn't give a shit about Street Date.
Yeah. So like,
Like
yeah,
a 7-Eleven, dude.
I got Gears of War 2. The thing that sucks is in hindsight, I wish I didn't do that because I had pre-ordered Gears of War 2. I wish I would have just went to midnight launch to have gotten it because I didn't have the gold skin. So I didn't have the gold skins.
I think I got all the gold skins eventually. I think was it our old boss Trent, since my dad knows me Rob, I just got all the free gold skins from GameStop. Or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. The one I got the most earliest was ODST. I think that was like I got it.
I was at the midnight launch for. Hey, look, that's the thing. I was at the midnight launch for Halo 3 ODST as well. I was at the midnight launch for Halo Reach.
Yeah, we're gonna be telling our kids about midnight launches, and they'll be like, "Okay, Grandpa."
Right?
Be back.
All right.
Like download the game. Download the game, Grandpa.
Like back in my day, you could go to a store and they would open up for you and give you a game after you.
And people would be, and then everyone would be hyped to play it, and you'd go home and you'd put the disc in, and the game would just be there, and you would just play it.
Instant play. Instantly. It's like when you told your friend you're getting on when you get home, you fucking meant that shit.
Okay, Grandpa. No more stories. It's time to put you to bed. He's starting to talk crazy again. Oh my god. You know what? Here's the thing. I know that you guys obviously
peak gaming, bro. That's peak gaming and shit.
Here's the thing. I actually don't miss midnight launches because I hated being in line waiting for a fucking game.
You fucking hated me and Devin had to wait till the fucking end to get our shit, fucking bitch.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
like,
I was saying
it's like in one like it's how big the game is. Like we're there till like 1:30. Like yeah, okay. I guess I'll play for like 30 minutes.
See,
or even working midnight launches for fucking games you didn't want, and then you'd have to like pretend to be excited. Like I remember when I first got hired, we were doing like WoW midnight launches. Yeah, even that far back, it's like wow, like because those, I mean, like they weren't like even like in the full digital age now, but just like people just being hyped for like WoW, and the store would smell like fucking BO and shit. And it's just like you have to pretend to be excited, like oh yeah, man. Fucking pandas, they're putting this game. They're gonna be so cool. It's like I don't give a shit about
pandas. These fucking pandas.
That's funny.
Quick note of
I don't know.
Just like another quick note about midnight launches. It was the best because I would remember like we do Assassin's Creed midnight launches, but for some reason like WWE would like always fucking come out on the same day as Assassin's Creed. You get one guy in line that would just be like, "I'm here for my WWE copy.
I'm here for the new WWE 2K game."
Isn't COD also was NHL or some shit, right? I think somebody else did that shit. Like, I'm here for NHL. Like, oh,
that's funny. Like, I'm here for the new WWE.
Because we always had the main shit, dude. Because we had like some giant stacks of like Call of Duties or some shit in the back. So like, oh, you got the standard. Here you go for like PlayStation 4. Okay, here you go. Here you go. Like, oh, you got the collectors, whatever. And he's like, I'm here for my NHL. Like, oh, let me open the drawer real quick and actually look for the fucking game. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, hey, yo, Devin, this guy got an NHL. Can you go in the back? Like, oh, okay, give me a second. There's some shit. Hold up the line, dude. But whatever. I know Sam went to go get that Resistance game when Mass Effect 3 came out. That was for Vita, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I know, because people would ask, they'd be like, "You guys like, so you're doing a midnight like so it comes out the same day as like Call of Duty? Like, can I pick it up?" And it's like, I mean, yeah, but like,
I thought we had like
you could be
depends
asleep
on
and use the
yeah,
next
it depends on the some of the times the company too. They're like, no, the minute launch for that. It's like, no, sorry.
Or they wouldn't ship it till like we wouldn't even get the copy till like the following day. So it's like, actually, yeah, it comes out, but we're not gonna get it till like 11 in the morning because they probably didn't give a shit about getting it out early, you know?
Yeah, we're only getting like 3 copies of your fucking game. Sorry, bud. Sorry, little bro.
Yeah. But yeah, all right. So at some point, though, yeah, we're getting a Duke Nukem series. Please be excited, I guess. I don't know. All right, next thing. So, all right.
Well, just one last quick note. Like, just I hope. I don't think it's gonna be good, but I do hope. Like anything that's video game related, like I hope it comes out, and I hope it's good. I hope on hope. Like I don't want to wish bad upon. Like I just don't think it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
but you know what? Prove me wrong. Make a good series, and I'll watch it.
I mean, have you watched Castlevania and Devil May Cry?
I don't really like those video game series.
So then there you go.
that would make sense. That would make sense. You know.
You know, that's the thing.
You like the series.
You know what? That is the thing. Actually, is he gonna make an animated Duke Nukem thing?
The only Castlevania games that I like.
It's gonna be
the only
it's
Castlevania
gonna
games I
have
like
to be.
for the hack and slash like God of War clones.
Those
Heavenly Sword, bro. Heavenly Sword, bro.
what was those? What were those games? Lords? No, not Lords of the Fallen. Lords of Shadow.
Lords of Shadow and
Lords of Shadow 2,
like
right?
that.
Something like that.
Dante's Inferno. Right?
No.
Right?
Dante's Inferno was good. I
said
love
Heavenly Sword too, and nobody said anything about that one.
Well, he was talking about the Castlevania Lords of Shadow game.
I thought you said he was talking about God. He's talking about God of War.
Well, no, it was like a God of War style clone, the Castlevania game.
No. Oh, that game. I think like the clones of the God of War stuff. So when I spit out Heavenly Sword.
Dude, if you start going like God of War clones, there's. Do you remember the? Did you guys ever play?
Dante's Inferno.
Did you guys ever play the Marlo Briggs game on the 360, the Xbox Live Arcade? It was a God of War clone. It's backwards compatible, so Devin, I think you could be able to download it. I don't think you'll be able to buy it, JJ. But yeah, check it out. It's not bad.
Why you calling me poor?
Well, no, because you
If you
can't
have to go,
buy games anymore.
if you have to go higher register like that, no.
Okay, not because it's bad that I said, it's because it's weird. You have to play it to understand why it's weird. It's a weird game. Like,
So you think I'm unintellectual to fucking learn about this game?
you
Am I
can't
fucking
buy
stupid?
it anymore because you can't buy 360 games. So if you haven't bought it, you can't buy it anymore.
I guess so, buddy. Guess what?
Oh my god.
Already matey.
All right.
Yeah, I thought.
All right, let's go ahead and move to the next thing. So let's talk about this. Nearly 3,000 Switch 2 consoles were stolen from a truck going to a Texas GameStop store.
It had to have been
Texas
going
time.
not to the store. It had to have been going to the fucking warehouse because Texas is where their fucking headquarters are at. So it had to be going there. There's no way 3,000 were going to one store.
Yeah,
You're
What
probably
is it,
right.
GameStop? We are right, dude. If it's GameStop, right? The GameStop's doing?
No, yeah,
Grapevine,
yeah,
Texas
yeah.
is where
Yeah.
they're probably going to the distribution
Grapevine.
center to then get sent out to the stores in the U.S.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It does make sense. We worked there before.
Well, yeah.
I get the GameStop company.
I'm just saying. Yes, I'm agreeing
Keep
with you.
saying it. Keep
Oh
saying
my
it.
god. So yeah, I don't know.
Copy.
I have no real opinion, or I just think it's kind of a funny thing that like the scalping stuff and all these things people doing this, like, apparently Switch 2s are still pretty, like, you could find them easily enough still. So for people to steal them, like, obviously they're selling them just, to get money, but it's like they're not going to be able to sell them for like so much more money. And that's why I think it's kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean they're going for like $650 on eBay right now.
Yeah, and that's even like, probably not going to last that long. Not like, yeah, I don't know.
Because I told you yesterday when we were playing, the Fred Meyer's here in town, they got their Switch 2 restocked. I was like, oh shit. So they're back in there. So it's not that hard. I just had to wait a couple of days to see them again.
Yeah.
But honestly, I thought the stealing shit, to be honest, I didn't read too much. I just saw it was stolen. I thought it was in the UK shit, because usually shit in the UK gets fucking stolen. Like for big things like that or something.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys got any input?
Not from
for
what I
this?
just told you right now.
Like,
I mean, I hope they fucking had it. I mean, obviously they probably had insurance, so GameStop's probably not hurting. They're
Yeah, they lost the 3,000
know.
Switches and stapled 100 of them. Yeah, dude, totally. Good job. This console launched yet for them.
all right, let's talk about.
Well, sorry. One last thing. I'm glad. They've been on Twitter. They even made fun of themselves for the stapling incident. So I did like how they kind of leaned into that.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
kinda
Dude, I feel like the marketing
they
for
didn't get
GameStop
all
now is just starting to do
flustered
all
about
meme stuff. Like a lot of companies doing that now.
But but at least they're leaning into they're like, yeah, we were stupid, rather than just not ignoring it or getting bothered about it. So glad they aren't being I don't know, you can get fun of on the internet and then just get butthurt about it. At least they're embracing it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and talk about Devin's favorite video game developer, Hideo Kojima. Oh my god, this was a funny one. Like, so Hideo Kojima came out and said that he made quote unquote significant changes to Death Stranding 2 because playtesters thought it was too good. I don't even know what to say to that. Like, I really have no.
Dude,
I know,
when
like, I
IGN
need more
posted that shit, I had to
context. Like, was
double
it-
read that shit.
Yeah. Well, like, it's like, okay, so how did you make it worse? Did you make it more complex? Like, it's because, like, I feel like people, like, you play the first game, it's just like, okay, you're learning this whole new lore, and so it probably takes you a long time. It took me a while. I know for a fact, for me, like, you're trying to piece all these things together. So did he just make it way more convoluted, or did you make did you make the gameplay shittier? Like, we need to know, like, did you just make the lore more complicated, harder to understand, the storyline's way weirder, or did you fuck the gameplay up and, like, make it harder to walk around and, like, remove vehicles? You're like, oh, we had this certain vehicle type in here, but we got rid of it because, like, I don't know, made the game more fun. I need more context on what you did.
But that's Hideo Kojima for you, man. That's all you get, man. Fuck you.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. I still have not played through the first game, so like, I mean, obviously you guys have seen at least that trailer. I think, but there's now like 2 or 3 trailers or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, the game. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess because he also, like, along with, like, he didn't want it to be too good, or they said it was too good. He doesn't want his game to be mainstream. Like, I don't understand that.
But it's like all of your games are mainstream. Like, your games are fucking mainstream. Like, that's the thing is, like, Metal Gear Solid is so fucking mainstream.
But even
Like,
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding at this
Yeah.
point is, I know, that's what I'm saying. But, like, your games are fucking mainstream. Like, if
He
your
is
games aren't
mainstream,
mainstream, you can't make these AAA games. Like, if your games aren't mainstream, like, you're not going to have the ability to keep making these AAA giant fucking games. Like, that's just,
Yeah.
the world we live in.
So yeah.
No, man, this is closest to like him being a director than not being a director at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bigger
I just don't
every
understand. I don't understand his, like, thought process.
Nobody does, man. That's Hideo Kojima for you, man.
You know what? You're right.
That's why he has a thumb drive as ideas.
Yeah, if
Mhm.
he dies, bro, that's fucking crazy. And people still wouldn't understand though what the fuck he's talking about on that shit. It's like, well, I wish he had like some fucking notes or some shit, bro. Like, too confusing, man.
Yeah. I don't know. You guys have any other thoughts on this? Just like, yeah, this is just
No,
Hideo.
like I said, I just need way more context. Yeah, it's Hideo. I need
Well, it comes
way
out
more
like what,
context
next
on,
week
like,
or this week?
what he's actually
I think it comes out this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I need, after the game comes out, like, I still need to beat the first one. I'm really close. I think I only have like 2 or 3 chapters left.
Yeah, it comes out in 4
like, I
days,
just need to close it
26th.
out.
Yeah, 26.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna wait till it got cheaper anyway, because, like, but I like I said, I need more context on, like, what he did, because, like, him just coming out and saying, well, I fucked it up, essentially, to make it worse. Like, okay. Are you just saying that to be edgy? What did you change? Like, what the fuck did you do?
Yeah. Well,
Took some of the
find
story
out.
out to put in the second, third one.
Hmm.
That's what I'm assuming. Took some story out just so he can make the game longer.
Maybe.
To make it
Well-
not too mainstream now.
We'll probably find out because it'll probably be all over the internet. But yeah.
I wouldn't know because I'm never on the internet, so.
All right, let's go ahead and move to the next thing. Then. This is a real quick one. I just want to talk about this because this is kind of funny. So, Gears of War Reloaded, recently had its beta, actually. The second beta weekend. Just ended today.
Yeah, 45 minutes ago.
Yep. So yeah,
Saw the
now
post on social.
so obviously we know it's coming to PlayStation 5. Gears of War Reloaded.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I know, right? Oh shit! They're releasing Gears on PlayStation. Yeah.
I wanted this to be like the Last of Us equivalent to re-releasing this shit, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little bit like with them doing that, but you know, it is what it is. I understand what they're doing because obviously it's being released on PlayStation. So if they just released like Gears of War Ultimate Edition and it was a little bit better, you know, because they're releasing it on newer hardware and it's only going to PlayStation, it would have been stupid. But yeah, whatever. Or even if they just released Gears of War Ultimate Edition and it's just like that would have been kind of weird. But yeah. So Gears of War Reloaded recently topped the pre-order charts on the PlayStation Store. Now, in and of itself, that's like, you know, just funny to me that, you know, it was the most pre-ordered game on the PlayStation. But this has become kind of a trend with Xbox games. Being either...
Yeah, because like Indiana Jones, right?
Indiana Jones was like number something, I forgot. Forza Horizon was like, before it came out, was like the number one pre-order on PlayStation. Sea of Thieves was in the top 5, maybe top 3. Like, Xbox games... like, so the Indiana Jones I don't really care about too much. Because, like, that's... Well, no. Because, like, that's not, like, when you think Xbox, you know? Like, it's Indiana Jones. Like, that game was definitely being made before... Or maybe not being made before, but, like, was in the, like, stages of, like, oh, we're about to start making this game before Xbox purchased Bethesda. But Sea of Thieves, you know, Rare's been owned by Xbox forever. So that's a straight up Xbox game. Forza is a straight up Xbox game. Gears is straight up an Xbox game. So those 3 are like the main ones that I'm just like, that's hilarious. For me, that they're like the highest sellers on PlayStation consoles. Because we've talked about this before, and I know I've said it to you guys before. What is one of the number one things that people say, or what is one of the number one things, that people say about Xbox when it comes to their games? What games?
No games.
No games. But now all of a sudden their games are going to PlayStation. Everyone wants to buy them. Not only that, but you see all these PlayStation people. They're just like, oh, I can't wait for this to come out on PlayStation. I can't wait for this to come out on the PlayStation. I think it's hilarious that, like, all of a sudden now it's like you guys do want to play the games. But you see, that's also the other thing. That's why they're being released on PlayStation. Because clearly these guys were never going to buy an Xbox. It was never about, like, oh, there's no games on Xbox. They just did not want an Xbox. That's why Microsoft is releasing them on PlayStation. That's why, we'll talk about it later, that's why Xbox is doing what they're doing with their next console and everything. Like, this is what it was. This is what it's probably always going to be. Once they, especially after the Xbox One generation, where they completely just, like, shot themselves in the face. Not even in the foot, in the face. But yeah. I don't know. Do you guys have, what are your thoughts on just, I guess, Xbox games in general topping the PlayStation charts?
Yeah, no, just
I'm not surprised.
helps Big Daddy Microsoft make more money.
Yeah, I feel like it would be the same shit if, like, they say, like, God of War came out on Xbox. It would probably sell a fuck ton on Xbox.
Yeah.
And it would be number 1. Spider-Man, shit like that. It's Last of Us, you know,
Yeah.
re-released or some shit on Xbox.
Yeah.
You know, like, it just make it's,
And which, eventually, Sony realized that with Steam to get more sales and stuff. And, the rumors that Steam is going to be the next Xbox console is going to be like, oh.
We'll get to that. Let's
nothing.
hold on that. Hold on that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. All right, let's go ahead and move to this next thing. All right, let's continue with the Sony stuff. Actually, we got a few more Sony things, Sony related. So, this is just a rumor, but Sony's rumored to be interested in buying Warner Brothers games, or at least Warner Brothers games assets. So probably mainly their studios, maybe not the IP per se, but most likely their studios, and maybe first crack at the IP for Warner Brothers. Who knows? So yeah, I mean, they've had a bunch of layoffs. They've canceled stuff. They closed down Monolith recently. Like, Warner Brothers has not been... They've not had a good time. So, like, I mean, there was rumors that they were looking to sell before. So, I don't know how true this could end up being. Or if this is even true at all. But, yeah. My thoughts are, like... If that just saves some of the studios, I'm more fine with it. I honestly would think it would suck, though, if, like, all of a sudden now we're getting, like, the next Batman game. I mean, there's a rumor that the next Batman game is going to be a PlayStation exclusive anyway. But if, like, that's it now, like, Batman games are PlayStation exclusive, I think that would kind of suck. Because, I mean, it's a Batman game. I already think it's stupid that the Spider-Man games are exclusive to PlayStation. I know they're on PC and whatever, but, like, you can't play it on Xbox. I'd rather play it with my Xbox controller on my Xbox, but yeah. So I don't know. I'll go ahead and kick it to you guys. I want to see what your guys' thoughts are.
Yeah, I mean, it would suck if they made them exclusives, but I mean, we get all the consoles anyway, so I mean, if something becomes exclusive, it's not going to be exclusives for us. But if they can make, like, if you're gonna make stuff exclusive, then I want more, like, Warner Brothers properties pushed out. Like, I want more DC games being pushed out, good DC games. So if you're gonna make shit exclusive, you better be pushing out. Give me a Peacemaker game. Like, goddamn, first person Peacemaker shooter game would be so fucking sweet.
Isn't that like just Duke Nukem though? No, I'm just kidding. No.
Yes, better.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird, especially since they just canned all that shit just to do like with the 3 games, right? Like Harry Potter, Mortal Kombat, and yeah, man. But nah, it'd be kind of cool.
And
Like to
Harry
see
Potter.
yeah, it's like Harry Potter, like those ones. But like, I don't think they would make it exclusive, though, right? I feel like that'd be stupid. Maybe Harry Potter. I can see them probably do that one, but like Mortal Kombat and shit, I don't know. I don't know what they would want to do. Maybe because I just don't play those games anyway. Not as much as I used to.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, the way, like, they recently, yeah, because it wasn't just Monolith. It was other studios too, right? There was something else. There was other studios they closed. I'm forgetting right now, but it was the main one was Monolith. So, like, if we get a chance where they might want to shut down completely, but instead they just sell off, I prefer that. So, but yeah. So, we may be getting Sony owning WB Games. We may not. We'll see in the future. All right. Yeah, we got a couple more Sony things. I think we can get through this one real quick. Beat Saber is ending PSVR support. It's for both PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5. So, I think it's PSVR 2 specifically that it's on. It's a one of those VR games, but they're not. I guess it's just not doing well, and it's still gonna be on the other headsets, like the MetaQuest and all that stuff.
The one that people actually play on, yeah.
Yeah. So, I wanted to bring this up because, like, Beat Saber ending support for the PlayStation consoles. Like, PlayStation had their State of Play. What was it? A couple weeks ago, whatever it was. And we saw one game, that Thief game.
Yeah. Sony supports their consoles great, but the other stuff they do not. Vita,
They're very
PSP,
bad. Yeah.
PSVR, like, they don't know what the fuck they're like.
fucking Ricky Bobby. Like, what do I do with my hands? Like, Jesus Christ, guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Here. So there's not going to be no new content after June 2025, and multiplayer will no longer be available after January 21st, 2026. The game will still be available to purchase. So I guess if you already have stuff, and you want to just do single player, you can still play it, but that's about it. So yeah. But no, yeah. They don't support their peripherals and anything that's not the PlayStation console proper. They just don't, and it's kind of sad, isn't it?
Oh, it for sure is, because like especially I think the biggest tragedy is the Vita, because like that had potential, but like the fact that you have IPs, like why wasn't there a new God of War game released for it? Like you guys did an Uncharted at launch, so I thought it was going to be different. And then, like, I remember their fucking, like, Vita rack at GameStop when I was working there. Like, there's, like, no titles for it. It's just, like, god damn, guys. Like, Sony, you have all these properties. It's, like, make a new God of War game. I don't know, like, just make a new game. You have all these IPs and stuff. Like, make a second Uncharted for it. Like, I don't know. Just do something.
I think it was
Or keep making games.
Last week when he was like, "Oh yeah, dude, about handheld systems." I'm like, "Dude, Sony's not gonna do shit, bro. They've done it multiple times. They all just die."
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, like the good thing, I guess, like the good thing about their current handheld is they don't have to develop games specific for it. It's just being fucking transmitted from their console. So it's just like, I mean, technically they don't even need to make new games for it. They just have to have it has to be supported, and play well. But yeah.
Yeah. That is like one of the thing I hate the most about like that Sony does that is that like it doesn't have to be that difficult because you can make smaller games. Yeah, you can make a smaller God of War game. You can make a smaller Uncharted game. It doesn't have to be the big studios making them too.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. And they don't have to be fucking as long as. Like, they could be smaller. They don't have to be as long. Just, like, I don't know. Like, the God of War PSP titles, like, are great. They're great games. Like,
they were some of the best games to come out during that time. Like, yeah.
Exactly. Like, the PSP, like, I would be interested to know, like, how many games came out. Because, like, the PSP actually had, like, a decent library. And there's, like, decent third parties for it. Because you get, like, Star Wars. And there was games like, I mean, you could get Burnout. Like, lots of third-party, like, people made stuff for, but the Vita, like, first-party and third-party was just not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the greatest strategies. But, I mean, I guess the thing is, too, like, handhelds kind of, it's one of those things where it's like, as good
You have
as
to make it as the Switch. You have to make it either Switch or was
no,
it the...
no. I mean, I'm just saying
Index
at the
quality?
time, obviously, what was the dominant handheld? Whatever Nintendo had. You know, it was the
Sorry,
DS
just real
and
quick. I looked up. The Vita had 1,700 games, and that's including like the digital marketplace of like the indie game stuff you could buy. The PSP, which did not have that, had 2,260 games. So, of like full-fledged games. That's why, I mean, it was real, and it felt like the PSP, like the rack and stuff we'd have at GameStop would be more full compared to the Vita.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like so I was gonna say, like that was probably the other thing is that like it clearly wasn't selling as well as like the 3DS, the DS, whatever was Nintendo had. But it's like I don't take a page out of Xbox's book. You know, Xbox isn't selling as well as the PlayStation, but they're still like we're gonna get into it later. But like they're still like we're just gonna keep releasing a console. Like if you just support it, people are gonna buy it. People will buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Enough will buy because that's the thing too. You're never gonna make money off of. This is why I also think PlayStation is eventually gonna do what Xbox is doing and start releasing their games on Xbox most likely, and maybe even Switch, because they don't make the companies don't make money on consoles. They're trying to as best they can right now with even raising prices of the consoles, but like they're just not going to. It's never been that way. Or then maybe they're breaking even at this point with trying to raise the prices of them. But you make money on selling the actual software. So yeah, if you just made the software and you have a million Vitas out there, Vita 2s or whatever you want to call it, you're guaranteed to sell a bunch of software if you make it, because people will buy their games. But yeah, I don't know. Sony's always pissed me off when it comes to their extra stuff besides their consoles. Well, they also piss me off with the types of games they make. I don't know. I've said it before on podcasts, previous podcasts. I like the God of War games, God of War 2016 and Ragnarok. 2018. Yeah. 2018 and Ragnarok. I hate that they basically made it The Last of Us God of War. Like, oh, he's got a kid with him and they're on a journey. It's a sad dad simulator. I like the older games. Those are my favorite. God of War 3 is still the best one. And obviously, yeah, Devin, you agree with me on that one? So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Again, I mean, like, God of War 2018 and Ragnarok, like, Ragnarok felt just like a DLC rather than like a ramp up of like the grandiose spectacularness that we had the ramp up from 1, 2, and 3. Like, obviously we had to switch up in hardware, but like God of War 3, where you fucking start, I mean, I talked about this before, where you start on the Titan's back and you're fighting Poseidon, and it's just like, I just never got that feel from Ragnarok.
You never got
and
that
then,
high,
especially especially when I found out that, like, when they're like, oh yeah, this isn't a trilogy, like this is going to be wrapped up in a 2-game thing. I'm like, okay, it's like the grandiose of this is going to be.
The
like,
funny thing is,
now
that game was so long, I think they could have cut it in half and it could have been 3 games.
probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, yeah, just nothing felt like at the very end of Ragnarok, like, just like sidetracking, but like where like Surtur, or however you say his name, like Kratos puts the blades and he's like in the background doing stuff, but you're in the end, you're just seeing that in the background. You're not like doing any. You're just going from one little mini boss fight area to the next little mini boss fight.
It's
like
not
the
like,
next little like mini encounter. Like, it wasn't like, and you're just seeing that in the background, and that's just like not the coolest thing. But like when you have like you're on the Titan's back, you're going up, and then like Poseidon's fighting you, and, like all these things are happening. It's just like it just felt like the scale was big, but this was just like the background, like what you're gonna see, but you don't get to interact with any of this really cool stuff. You're
Yeah,
just gonna be
compare
doing
that to like the beginning of God of War, even God of War Ascension, when you're like fighting on top of the Hecatoncheires. Yeah, he's like a prison now, but like when they're like, you know, doing different, like things are sprouting out of his body and you're fighting it. And yeah.
So, yeah. Again, like it's kind of like not like the same one for one. Like when they did the new Star Wars trilogy, like The Force Awakens, it's like, okay, this is a good start. Like, it was basically like a shot-for-shot remake of like the originals. Like, let's get some nostalgia. It's like, okay, but let's do some big cool stuff to like finish this off, and then just like play it safe and do weird shit, not up the ante. But it is what it is.
Actually, you know, this is a good segue. So speaking of God of War, we'll go ahead and move to this next little story. It's been rumored, and we've talked about it before, but the rumored unannounced God of War game apparently looks like it was pushed till 2026. According to Jeff Grubb, video game journalist. It's supposed to be, we talked about it before. It's set in Greece. It's a smaller scale game. I think it's supposed to be more of a prequel. So yeah, I don't know. Kind of sucks because I want a new God of War game, especially if it's gonna. The only thing is, I don't know if it's gonna be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but pushing to 2026 is not. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, when in 20 is that going to be like early 2026? Is it late 2026? Because I mean, like, obviously 2026. That's like an 18-month period that we're like. I guess not, but like anywhere between the next 6 to
yeah,
18 months it gets released. So that's a big window. Like, if it's a March title, like that's not too bad. Like, if it was supposed to be like September, but we haven't seen anything from it, and I'd rather. So we've talked about this too. It's like at least we haven't seen anything from it. Like, it's not doing like an Elder Scrolls where it's like, okay, you told us this thing exists. Like, I expect it to come out soon. I expect, like, I feel like when I see a trailer for a game, like, that shit better be out within 2 years. If not, I'm gonna be pissed. Cause like, cause you could have rumors and all this stuff, and it's like, yeah, you can get mad and stuff's not announced, but like, we all knew you guys were gonna do another Elder Scrolls. You'd be the biggest dipshits in the world not to do another Elder Scrolls. Because how many times do you guys release Skyrim? Like, people are gonna buy it, even if like reviews come out and they're like, the next Elder Scrolls is dog shit. People are still gonna buy it. So it's like, we know you're gonna do one. Like, and you didn't need to announce it 15 years ago. Because that's what it feels like at this point.
yeah. I don't know. The only thing I'm concerned with is it just gonna be
It's
God of
supposed to
War
play, like,
2018 and Ragnarok, but
Yeah.
set in Greece? Because then it's like it kind of takes the wind out of the sails for me. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
JJ,
I feel like
you excited for a new God
Sorry,
of
I
War
was
game?
Yeah, dude, I'm super excited. No, it's like, or not as excited as you guys because I haven't really beat the last two, but
blasphemy.
Oh God.
ooh. Yeah, I just haven't. Like, I want to play them, but again, there's too much shit to play, and it's just tough to go back to other
Uh,
games. But yeah, I'm excited for for new
God
God
of
of
War
War.
is one of those games I'll pause stuff to play. It is on the level of like Gears for me, or a From Software game that like maybe more Elden Ring or Dark Souls, whatever. Where okay, I'm gonna stop what I'm doing and play this, but I will be a little disappointed if they don't want to try and go back at least.
Yeah, I think it will be weird if they're like, oh, it's a prequel, but it plays like the new play style. Because it's like, well, the prequels, not like, well, the prequels and like the original trilogy, it's like they played a certain way, and it's just like, it'll be weird to have both, like, have the Grease trilogy be 2 different play styles. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Okay then. All right, let's get to this last Sony adjacent, I guess we'll say, news. This is the big one for Sony stuff. Marathon has been delayed indefinitely.
Good.
They put out a statement, an update, I guess. Yeah, actually. So here's the update. I'm not going to read everything, but yeah. Thank you not. Oh, there we go. That's why. That was weird. Thank you not only for your passionate feedback around the marathon reveal and alpha playtest, but also for your patience while we took the time to listen closely and chart our next steps. Through every comment and real-time conversation on social media and Discord, your voice has been strong and clear. We've taken this to heart, and we know we need more time to craft Marathon into the game that truly reflects your passion. After much discussion within our dev team, we've made the decision to delay the September 23rd release. The alpha test created an opportunity for us to calibrate and focus the game on what will make it uniquely compelling. Survival under pressure, mystery, and lore around every corner, raid-like endgame challenges, and Bungie's genre-defining FPS combat. We're using this time to empower the team to create the intense, high-stakes experience that a title like Marathon is built around. This means deepening the relationship between the developers and the game's most important voices, our players. Over the next few months, we'll continue closed testing, including participants from the alpha, to deploy gameplay updates and test new features as they come online. And then it goes into like what they're gonna try and like add more and fix up. I'm not gonna go through all that. Just so yeah. It says it continues. You'll hear from us again later this fall when we can share progress we made alongside the game's new release date. Thank you again for your patience and much more importantly, your passion. Your continued feedback will help us make Marathon the incredible gaming experience we all know it can be. So yeah, delayed and come on, like obviously they're not going to come out and say it, but it's because of obviously they got to change up stuff. I mean, the game wasn't like being received well as it was gameplay wise, but it's because they got to change up like the art and stuff too, right? Because there was that whole thing that came out about them stealing art.
Yeah, unless they want to pay that one person a ton of money.
But it's not even about paying that person a ton of money. It's that like the entire aesthetic was like ripped off. So like yeah, they pay her and like oh she got money and all this stuff. But like you also have to like take into account like is that what she wants? Or does she want them to like be like, yeah, you guys got to get rid of this shit.
I want my money and get rid of this shit.
Yeah. So yeah.
Because they could have done it in the beginning. They could have asked her before doing this, but they did this fucking really sketchy shit. And be like, oh, hopefully nobody does it, but like we said, that guy, like artists from fucking Bungie follow her, copied her shit, so it's not like it's a weird quick thing, they did that. It was inspiration. I'm like, same shit, bro. So time for the artists to actually do artist things, so do their job.
Jesus.
But people are like complaining about people using AI, but we have other people just straight up copying other people's shit and posting it. I don't know. I said what I said, bro. We bitch about AI, but people do this shit.
No, you're right. The people bitch about a lot of stuff that maybe doesn't need to be bitched about. And yeah. See, this is why I'm in favor of AI, like helping development, because then you won't have someone who's like, yeah, an artist who's like, fuck, I need to do some art, I need to do something, and then they just take someone else's shit. They're just, AI can help with like, oh, we came up with our own stuff, they're going to take this and put it in an algorithm, and they're going to just fill out the rest. But we did the heavy lifting before, so the AI could just put the icing on the cake, basically.
Yeah,
instead of
yeah, or like I would think AI would be great to use for like bugs. If like a bug's happening, you'd be like, can you find this bug, and just like go through and just like decode stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But people are trying to be like, no, don't use AI, and a lot of studios, this is what they have to do, man. Like, especially too, like Bungie, like this isn't the first time they've shown to steal, like they have been shown to steal art. So like, yeah, I don't know. I just think it's funny that they didn't want like everything that's happened. Like they had their alpha test. People were like, yeah, this game's not that good. It's okay. So, they're already in the negative territory, and then this comes out. They were. It seemed like they didn't want to delay, but it was like you didn't have a choice. Like, what else could they have done? Like, just release the game as it was, like that, and it's like, okay, well, we'll try and do what we can, and then like. Yeah, then you start off. They start off in even more negative territory.
I'm like pay her just to do it, but it's just like you paying her because you got caught, doing that instead of actually trying to do your own shit. I don't know, man. It's weird.
I also saw people that are like, oh, with this delay, like, also get rid of, like, because I think they're going to charge for it, right? That people are like, this needs to be free to play. Which probably is true, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like,
I'd rather pay $40 to $50 and not see bullshit fucking thing pop up like a fucking phone game about free shit, bro. I give two shits. Or like, oh, it's free, but I want to make like 20 different battle passes and shit like that. And I think it's the only thing about like, fucking, what do you call it? Marvel Rivals is getting to the point where there's like the battle pass, another fucking like event pass, and there's another fucking event pass you have to buy to get like another fucking skin line and shit, and emojis and another. Like, I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, I think there's like a total of like 4 different passes, dude. I'm like, that's like usually phone game shit, dude. I don't care.
that's
Like, if I could pay like the $40 just to like.
That's gaming. The thing is, you're talking about like, oh, you want to pay money, but like even games that you pay money for, like, do that same shit. Like if they're live
like,
service
to an
games,
extent, like if it's like a fucking. Oh, here's a battle pass stuff like I guess for COD, but it's just like use skins and that's it.
but no, like
I guess
all
that's
live
having
service
fucking-
games are like Concord was clearly going to be doing that. That's why that was getting as much, like, it being a mid game, like, oh, it's okay, it's fine, it plays fine, but like they had all that stuff, like there was going to be part of that should have been part of just a free to play game in the eyes of the consumer. Like really releasing it, and Bungie, like, you know, it's not like Bungie isn't, you know, new to this kind of thing. Like Destiny is a live service game that you still, you know, it's not like they just have their game and then you buy the expansions and that's it. No, they still have all those microtransactions and battle passes and everything that you have to pay for the battle passes too, like just like normal.
I don't know. I think just everything free to play. Like, I don't think that's thing, bro. I don't think every game has to be a fucking free to play shit, bro.
Yeah, no, I think, like when they announced Marathon, I was like, oh, that's cool, like fucking classic game being remade, and then it's an extraction shooter, and I was just like, okay. And I was interested in when they first announced it, but then when they said what I was gonna play like, I was like, immediately no. Like
It was the opposite of that, like Django and Chain Leonardo DiCaprio meme. It's like, at first you had my interest, but now you've lost my
yeah, you've like literally lost my interest. Like,
at first you had my
it's
attention.
like-
There we go. At first you had my attention.
Yeah.
Now you've lost my interest.
yeah, it would be
Probably
like,
would've
I don't know,
I mean,
if they
I
were
would
like,
probably played it.
I fucking,
You know,
Yeah,
honestly,
I'd rather play.
I have no interest in Marathon.
It'd be like, I don't know, if they were like, oh, we're bringing back Unreal Tournament, but then it's gonna be like an extraction shooter. I'd be like, fuck you talking about? Like, I wouldn't play that, but if they brought back and did another Unreal Tournament, like, I would play it if it played like the other stuff. It's like,
Imagine
if you don't want it, just don't use
Yeah.
the Marathon. Like, again, like, you're just using the Marathon
name.
title to get you, like, just make your own thing. I mean, like, it's with like Disney doing like what was it, Snow White, the most recent movie that came out?
Yeah.
Just make a new princess. If you want to do your own new thing, you don't like.
Just leave it on stage.
If there's source material, you have to go off of that. Like,
You know-
you have to stay true to it. And if there's like a game, like, you can change things a little bit. Like God of War, going from like going back to God of War, like that original trilogy, it still stayed a hack and slash. The camera angle changed and like the character level, it was still a hack and slash to its core. So it's not like it completely changed the dynamic of it. So it's just like, don't just use the name for name's sake. Just make your own. If you want to make an extraction shooter, call it whatever the fuck you want, but don't call it Marathon, because that's not what it is.
The funny thing you say about that, like, they just want to use the name, you know, for the name. But it's,
Yeah.
if any company didn't need to do something like that, it's Bungie.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have to, like, oh, we got to use, you know, the Marathon name, because if we don't, people might not want to play this game. Like, no,
Why not just
call
make
it something
Destiny,
else?
the extraction, like Destiny Extraction, like, you know, I don't know.
I mean, you're probably right on that one too.
Just make like, oh, we made an extraction mode with the Destiny. It's like people would be like, okay. That's
Or like,
Well,
here's a
yes.
side game of Destiny. It's a completely
Yeah.
different, like, it's Destiny, whatever, but it's an extraction shooter. I mean, no, you're
Destiny
right. Like,
Night Rain.
yeah, right? Yeah, no shit. Because, no, yeah, they don't need to. See, actually, you bringing up, like, not the Night Rain thing, but, like, you bringing up Night Rain is like exactly what I'm talking about. Like, FromSoft came out with the Dark Souls games, and those gained them so much popularity that they didn't have to be like Elden Ring, you know, like, okay, this is a completely new thing, you know. I mean, it's obviously still a Souls-like and plays that way, but like they, you know, did what they did. You know, it's a more open world RPG and everything, but they're like, you know what? It's Elden Ring.
Oh my-
It's not. What the hell?
Sorry, nothing.
Oh, it's not Dark Souls Elden Ring. Or even Sekiro. Sekiro's popular, and it's, you know, one of their, you know, everyone loves that game, but it's not Dark Souls Sekiro, you know, and they try to, like, play off the Dark Souls.
Or they didn't even call it, like, or they didn't really like, it's like Sekiro Souls, you know? Like,
yeah. It's a completely
It's its
different
own
name,
thing.
but people were like, it's from Software, I want to play it.
Exactly.
Yeah, Bungie didn't need to do, the name thing. Like, they could have just been like, oh, here's our new game, Extraction Shooter number 231. You know, and, like, people would have been like, oh, it's a Bungie game, I want to play it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that. So. Again, I think
Bitches be correct.
but so
I don't know, maybe because I kind of like extraction shooters because I play a lot of Escape from Tarkov, so I'm like, I'll dabble with it. Fuck it, you know, I'll try it out, see how that game plays.
if it was free to play,
or
I probably would.
free to play,
It's
well,
not.
I think a lot of people fucking free to play. You know why? Because it's free to play. Nobody gives a shit.
I'm not as
But-
into extraction shooters. Now, extraction Souls likes. Yeah, I'm into. Yeah, I don't know. So I've asked this before, and even though it's been delayed, again, this game is probably still most likely dead in the water when it's released, right?
What?
I
Marathon?
can't see how it's not.
Yeah, I think because all this stuff, I don't think nobody gives a
I
shit.
think, yeah,
And, like, you guys,
everything
you guys don't
that's
really care
happened,
anyway. Like I said, like, it's just a small niche fucking people that want to play these EFT games. Well, you know, extraction shooters. Like, it's just you're getting a small market. I know. What you said, somebody's like saying like the next big thing is going to be extraction shooters. But I think Call of Duty is going to redo DMZ again on the new Call of Duty. I think, supposedly rumored, the DMZ 2. Because it's funny because DMZ 1 was just a beta. It wasn't really a real thing.
Well, there's like rumors that like Blackout is returning with Black Ops 7 and everything. So
Yeah, for the new console, yeah. Well, for like only for PS5 and Series X.
yeah.
Which thank
yeah.
God. Like
Huh.
you know, like finally some good shit. Only that we get, I guess.
Yeah, making an extraction shooter is, I don't know, it's already a bad idea, I think, because, I mean, we've talked about this. Like, when you come out with something in a genre, you have to have your own hook. But even that hook can make it hard for you to, like, stand out enough, because people, once they have their game, they have their game. That's why Concord, like, that was another, like, with Concord, that's why it failed. Like, it was a hero shooter, but it was just like a generic hero shooter. It's like everyone already has Overwatch. But, like, Marvel Rivals, yeah, it's a hero shooter, but you're playing as superheroes. Like, yeah, that works. You know? That, as popular as Call of Duty is, it's like, oh yeah, they made an extraction shooter in their game. But it's just a military action shooter. You know, or extraction shooter. Like, yeah, I'll just go back to playing, Escape from Tarkov, stuff like that. Like, they needed to have something different. You know, that's why I think I saw what they were trying to do with, like, the zombies, turning that into an extraction shooter with Modern Warfare 3. I thought that was a good hook, but obviously the game was just trash. So, yeah, like, you have to have your own, like, hook, and that's another thing too. Like, Marathon, people from the alpha were not enjoying it enough. So, yeah, people didn't seem to enjoy it again, and then they had this. It it not being free to play is also going to hurt it. It's dead. To me, it's dead in the water. It'll probably sell enough to keep it up for a while, and then it's gonna at some point they're gonna be like, yeah, we're not gonna really be supporting this game anymore.
It's running a game. They only have like 2 games. That and fucking Destiny. The fuck do you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
They need to make this shit work.
I don't see it, but I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and move on to. We're getting a little close to the time. We got maybe half hour before you guys need to start getting off. So maybe we could speed through these 2 and then talk about the big thing. We're gonna combine these 2 real quick. So because they're 2 leaks / rumors for Xbox. So this was rumored / leaked because I guess there's pictures of it. Supposedly Meta is going to announce an Xbox Quest 3S. So a Meta Quest, but Xbox branded. And also Xbox is supposedly going to be bringing back the original and Xbox 360 titles through emulation to be able to play on like PC and stuff. Which that makes more sense to me. With them, announcing the Xbox Ally and all that stuff. And we'll get into it with the console. So, yeah, just your guys' thoughts on those 2 things.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, emulation. I mean, video game preservation, I think, is important. It's one thing that kind of sucks right now with the industry compared to, like, film. The preservation sucks ass, so... I mean, if we can get more games to come back, I'm down to clown with that.
Yeah, they're calling it. Apparently, they're gonna be calling it like Xbox Classics. So it's, they're most likely just like it's the game tweaked a little bit to be able to play on PC and stuff. They'll probably even sell it on PlayStation if it's like wasn't already available. If it's an Xbox game, obviously, but yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm super into that if that ends up happening. As for the Meta Quest, like, I don't know what you would do with an Xbox branded Meta Quest. I don't understand that. I guess it's just gonna be.
Oh, dude, I got an idea, bro. Okay, hear me out. For the game, Viva Pinata VR. I get the
You're just hitting the pianos with the fucking shovel.
Like, no, I don't want this fucking shitty one. Bah, bah, bah. Just eating that candy.
You just have
bro.
people goon over Cortana's ass, too.
Master Chief, what are you doing back there?
Gooning, bro.
Wow.
I'm Goonie. And she's AI too, so she actually like responds to that shit.
So yeah, your guys' overall thoughts? Just this is good, right? We have more stuff to play on, and hopefully more games to be able to play. Like if we want to play a classic game, it's like, oh, cool. Cause there's some games.
No, go ahead. I was just saying, like, I wonder if Xbox could just do like the rare replay shit for like PlayStation, dude. I feel like it's just an easy like money right there at that point.
Yeah, that's true. It's easy money.
It was like just a whole bunch of games right there.
Mm-hmm.
Play some classics.
All right. I just wanted to get those out of the way because those are, again, they're rumors. Not much we can add. It'd just be kind of cool to see. So let's get to the big topic for Xbox for this past week. Xbox has announced that, I guess, a renewed partnership with AMD. In a video where they announced, they said it before, right? But this is more of a reiteration that they're making another console. It's for their next gen console, partnering again with AMD. I'm not going to get into everything I said, but next level performance, cutting edge graphics. They talked about having AI involved, but the big thing was that you're gonna be able to, looks like, play like your Steam games on the next Xbox and everything. Because they mentioned like whatever storefront you want to play on or play through. And I mean, we've talked about this before, but this has been a rumor for the longest now that their next console was going to be more PC-like, and you'd be able to play Steam on it, good old games, Epic Game Store. And, they just recently came out that they're partnering with Asus for the ROG Ally, or Xbox Ally. I mean, this is like their future. They're more PC-like, not just tied to having Xbox. So yeah.
I mean, gaming consoles are literally just pre-built PCs. So I mean, it makes sense that they're finally just like leaning into it. And I mean, like if you can have your Steam library, if you can use what's EA's Origin, like if you can have all those on here and stuff like that, like I mean, give people what they want. Like give people a pre-built PC where they can play their games. If they want to buy them off, well, especially it'll be great because like I mean, Prime Games, like every month, like they give a shit ton of games away for free. So I mean, like if you buy an Xbox and it'll be a lot cheaper than PCs and stuff, and you're lazy, like I mean, I am lazy. So when it comes to consoles, I just want to buy a console. You'll be able to play games, like all the games, and it'll be great. Like, and like I don't know, I think like even Nintendo, it's just like console exclusives. I mean, like I guess the Nintendo, they have their gimmicky stuff, but if like your game doesn't like console exclusivity is stupid. Like you can, because it's just like I don't know, like fucking people don't have. I guess some people might like when it comes to like Alienware or other PC people. Like it's like if you buy like there's no PC console like race. Like people aren't. I mean, if you buy a graphics card from somewhere else, like it's not like people are gonna freak out on you. But if you buy a different console, then it's just like, oh my god, like it's a console war. It's like just everything should just come up for everything, and people can buy whatever they want and play and enjoy, and it'll be great. That's how I feel.
Well, yeah, I mean, in a perfect world, it's just like, hey, this is how I want to play my games. Oh, okay, cool. No, it's not, though. Like, you just see, like, what? You want to play on this when I play on this? You want to play
on the Xbox, you piece of shit?
Yeah, like, what are you, stupid? Are you brain dead? Like, no. Yeah, I just want to play, like...
Well, I mean, you are brain dead, though.
Well, that's a whole lot. That's for something else.
Yeah.
Like for me, like when people, because I've seen this on the internet for way too long, and like even obviously you get all the PlayStation fanboys who are like, why would you want to buy an Xbox? Why would you want to buy it? Why would you play on an Xbox? But now you're even starting to see people who claim to be Xbox fans fucking just absolutely going stupid and childish over like Xbox's direction and be like, what's the point of buying an Xbox now? Like, okay, that's cool that they're gonna do that with the system with like to be able to have Steam and all that stuff through it. But the thing is, I buy Xbox or I play on Xbox because I prefer the UI. I still don't like the PlayStation UI. I've played on the PlayStation 5 enough and I don't like that UI.
I hate how they took it out from 4 to 5 where if you just hold the power button, like then you could just turn it off. Like, why did they get rid of that?
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, it's so frustrating to press it and scroll all the way over and then turn it off. Like, not so frustrating, but I'm like, why'd you guys, like, don't just make changes for change's sake. Like, if something is perfect, don't need to change it.
Yeah. So I like the UI on the Xbox. Way better. The controller. I like offset sticks. Every time I play on a PlayStation controller, my fucking thumbs start to get like they hurt. Human hands were not
meant. You have sensitive baby hands.
Yeah, exactly. But see, here's the thing. I have smaller hands.
Yeah.
Like, so it shouldn't be an issue, but it still is. That should show you that that's bad design.
For God's sakes, even Nintendo, ever since the GameCube, they've had offset
sticks. That should show you. Everyone else goes with, well, I guess not Steam. Like, they have the whatever. But their shit is, like, up top. So, like, I guess it's space better. I don't know, whatever.
Well, yeah, because it's, well, like, obviously because it's fucking, I mean, like, the Steam Deck, too, so it's like, yeah, it's big. So it's not like your hand's going to be constrained by the other one.
But yeah, obviously then too, like, you guys are on Xbox, so like my friends play on Xbox. Like, I don't know. To me, I have valid reasons why I'd rather play, and I know, you can be like,
well, plus, I mean, I know you can get on PC, but it's like, and Game Pass.
Well, yeah,
it's
Game
like,
Pass is like
Game Pass is better than PlayStation. So like, if you're just looking at it from like purely like the two consoles against each other, it's like, well, we get Game Pass, and it's like, it's a way better deal.
Yeah, if you looked at the games I played this year, I've played Avowed, Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered, Doom: The Dark Ages, like those are the 4 biggest games I played, and I didn't have to buy 3 of them. Yes, I paid basically, what is it, $120 so far this year for 6 months of Game Pass over, because it's month by month. And then, $55 I think it was for Elden Ring. So I've spent less than $200 still on games. But like, games are even at the $70 price. Like, let's just say that. Obviously Elden Ring is not $70, but at that price, when games are normally that price, like, yeah, for 4 games, if I bought all brand new games and they were $70 each, I'm spending, that's $280. And I spent less than that. Even taking into account that, what, Elder Scrolls Oblivion was $50?
I think so.
And then, yeah, Elden Ring is $40. So you take what? You could take fucking $50 off? That's still like $230 or something? I still spent less than if I just straight up bought the games. And there's still other games that are going to come out this year that I'm going to want to play, like Outer Worlds 2 and all that. Gears of War Reloaded. Like, I do want to play that because I'm just a Gears guy. I don't have to go to the PlayStation and buy that. I can just play. Yeah, so Game Pass is, probably the biggest reason to be on Xbox. Or if you're going to go with one or two consoles. One of the 2 consoles. Or I guess one of the 3, but yeah. So I don't know, but at the end of the day, like, because I have started to play on PC more. So Xbox is like, oh, we're gonna do like this pre-built PC that has like it's still a console, but it does PC stuff. That's why I'm excited and interested in buying an Xbox Ally X, because from everything I've heard that people said who've actually had hands-on with it, that like they've streamlined the OS, so they've taken out a lot of the stuff that doesn't need to be there, because if you play like just the regular ROG Ally X, it's still just a mini PC. So it does, it has unnecessary stuff if you just want to use it to play video games. So with the Xbox Ally X, they want they're making the better UI to like where it's better for the handheld with using like the sticks and all that, and it's taking out stuff that's going to be unnecessary, because yes, it's still a mini PC, but it's not at the same time. And for me, you do that with a console, that sounds like a good idea. Because in the end, yeah, you said it too. Like, the exclusives, I don't know. Exclusives haven't mattered to me like that in a long time. Yes, I love Gears, but that's not the main reason that's not the main reason I stuck with Xbox. It's the reason I got an Xbox 360 back in the day, but it's not why I stood with the console. It's been everything else that didn't really have to do with the games. The games have just been a nice thing, so I don't know.
Yeah, and now that Gears is gonna be on PlayStation, we get some fucking trash ass players to play against, so it's gonna be great. I'll be like, what the fuck is a wall pound?
I don't know, man. If my shotgun doesn't fucking shoot Nerf gun with fucking marshmallows, dude, that'd be fine.
That was just a beta, so we'll be fine.
I swear to God, bro, because I've bodied like 4 people and nothing happened.
I've been playing a lot of Gears of War Ultimate Edition on PC. That's Gears 1, dude. That's Gears 1. I thought
No,
it
that's
was
Gears out of 10. It doesn't matter what Gears you're talking about. I can
It's
still get
Gears.
bodied from like,
yeah,
like
it's
twice.
Gears, dude.
The ring.
Like, yeah, I mean, even playing Gears 5, it's like I know I shot this motherfucker, and yet, I mean, Devin, how many times have you said, how the fuck did I do 98% with 2 hits, and this guy kills me in 1? How many times have you said that, or a similar percentage?
I know.
Gears
I'm hoping they take some feedback and do some small tweaks and in the final release of this Gears. But I know we're talking about like Gears 5, like my 99 dips. I'm just like, how the fuck did that guy get me on 101 when I did like 99 and 3 or something like that? So
Like, can't give me the 1%, huh?
Yeah,
1%,
exactly.
really? That's what pisses me off, bro. I think putting numbers now actually triggers me more than not knowing how much damage I did. But again, Gears just triggers me in general.
Oh yeah, no, it triggers all of us, but me and Devin, we I mean, we
I
talked
think the
about
only
it.
thing I sucked, I wish I played the beta. I wanted to try out Canals. I want to remember.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. If you guys want to play Gears of War 1, if you download it on the PC, you know, we could play Ultimate Edition on PC. Devin, like, I don't know how you probably have to actually buy it, like, straight up. Cause,
Paul Abdul.
yeah. But I still, hey, we could play through the campaign, get those achievements. That's more achievements, too, for you. I know how much you like achievements. So, I don't know. How much is the game right now for Gears of War Ultimate? Let me check. I can launch the Xbox app. And then if I go to Gears of War Ultimate Edition, see in store. It's on sale right now for $15.99. Normally $20. So, I don't know. All right. Anything else you guys want to add?
You're old.
OKC.
You know, just before we end this, I saw a tweet. I'm looking through, and yeah, apparently Alex Caruso, he's obviously on OKC,
Punk?
your team. I guess this is a real quote from him. He says,
Yeah, the
now,
Lakers championship.
now I got a real one. Now no one can say anything. Yeah, he's obviously referencing the 2020 championship that he got with the Lakers, because, a lot of people call that a Mickey Mouse ring. If you look at I'm gonna send you the tweet, Devin. But if you look at like the comments, dude, like, yeah, like these are all Lakers fans. Fuck you, Caruso. Apologize to Laker Nation right now and say it was a joke. Yeah, but you love flexing 2 fingers up. Not a real one, and it's like a skull. Throwing shade immediately after winning a ring is crazy. They're not happy. Then he said, "Goddamn!" So yeah, now I got a real one, and they're showing like an ugly white dude, like a picture of him, just making fun of how he looks.
Yeah, they can leave my Caruso alone, boy.
Hey, Alex Caruso gives white people like you hope that you could be a actual contributor,
Especially balding white people too. I mean,
and
come on.
smaller white people that are like 6 feet, 6'2", not 7-footers. They show that hey, you guys can contribute to winning a championship.
I too could have been in the NBA.
You weren't you? You played for the OKC for years, didn't you?
No, I think of Kyle Singler, who's gone a little cuckoo lately.
Oh, he's gone. Oh, well then.
Did you not see him like crash out, dude? Like,
No.
Like, there's like, I'll send you his Instagram. I don't know if those videos are still up.
Oh, but he went a little. Oh, well. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he's like actually like,
A little bit nuts.
yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, that's all. You know, all you white people are.
I know he's got
Kinda
deleted.
nuts.
He deleted. I went to go look, and he's deleted all his posts.
Oh well, yeah. Yeah. All right then. Let's go ahead and end this podcast. This has been episode 57, the Gaming Chamber podcast. We're what, 12 episodes away from 69. We'll get there. 12 more weeks.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I have been thinking about something special for when we get to that one. So
Are we gonna be podcasting naked?
Are we gonna do 69? Do JJ and I have to do that because we're the
it's a
only ones that
surprise.
post?
Yeah, we're not
It's a
again.
surprise. It's a surprise. All right, but yeah. So yeah, episode 57. I've been your host, Everett. Devin.
Today was a great day. Thank you, OKC, for not ruining my life.
JJ.
Well, that's all about it. See ya.
And, you know, as per usual, you guys like our podcast. You like the stuff I do on the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And until next time, we'll catch you later.